Greetings everyone, and welcome back to my channel. What I'm about to tell you will change everything. 2025 is here, and this year will be remembered as the one where Donald Trump's influence reshaped the world. It may sound unbelievable, but brace yourself. This is happening right now. A single, earth-shattering event has just taken place, and the aftermath is sending shockwaves across Europe, the United States, and the entire global power structure. Europe is on the verge of collapse, but that's only the beginning. You're about to find out what triggered this global shift. So stay with us, because it is actually bigger than you think, and you will feel after watching the whole video that you didn't waste the time. But before this, subscribe our channel because it is the reward of our hard work which is given by you. It all started with one phone call, a 45-minute conversation between Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. This wasn't just a casual chat. This call was the catalyst for the collapse of the war in Ukraine, the end of NATO's expansion, and the halting of US support for Ukraine. The global political order will never be the same again. Right after the call, NATO held an emergency meeting. The world couldn't believe what they were hearing, and the ripple effect has been catastrophic for Europe and the West. Putin, emerging victorious, has changed everything with one conversation. So, what does this mean for Europe? It's finished. Europe has been crippled by sanctions on Russia for years, but those sanctions are now about to be lifted. With no other choice, Europe must realign itself with Putin, and in doing so, it'll lose its long-held influence in global politics. Putin's victory here isn't just political, it's economic and strategic. Thanks to Trump's unexpected move, Russia is set to lead the charge in a new global order. Europe, once the heart of the Western world, will now be struggling to catch up. This isn't some distant future. This shift is happening right before our eyes, and it's backed by hard facts. This is the beginning of a new world order, with Putin, Trump, and China at the helm. But that's not all. Putin's phone call wasn't just a message, it was a bold invitation for Trump to come to Russia. But here's the twist. Trump accepted, but the summit won't be in Russia. It will take place in Saudi Arabia. Yes, you heard that right. The two leaders, along with world powers, will meet in Saudi Arabia, and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman will be key in organizing this monumental summit. Imagine the power dynamics at play here. This meeting is set to change the course of history. It's not just about the US and Russia, it's a global event, with nations from around the world watching and waiting to see what happens next. The implications of this summit will be felt for generations. Now let's talk about Ukraine. President Zelensky, who has been the face of resistance against Russia, is on the brink of collapse. Trump has already made it clear. The funding for Ukraine is ending. No more American money, no more weapons, and no more support. This is the final blow to Zelensky's ambitions. Trump personally reached out to Zelensky to inform him of the funding cut. Zelensky now finds himself in a position where he must face the music. If the pressure mounts, he's already hinted at naming names, revealing the corruption that runs deep within the US political system. His days in power are numbered, and the war in Ukraine is coming to a close. Here's the real kicker. Putin has effectively defeated NATO. With China's backing, Putin has strategically torn apart the Western alliance. The sanctions on Russia will soon be lifted, and Russia's economic power will surge. This isn't just a Russian victory, it's a victory for a new global order, one where Russia holds a dominant position. And if that's not enough, there's a prophecy about Putin's rise to power, made by the legendary Baba Vanga. She predicted that Putin would become a major global leader, and now we're watching it unfold in real time. Russia's influence is soaring, while Europe is left in the dust, struggling to find its place in this rapidly changing world. What's next for America and Europe? For the United States, this shift offers some benefits: cheaper oil and a better position to compete with China. But the collapse of Europe's influence is undeniable. America's sanctions on Europe will soon be lifted, and Europe will be forced to align with Putin's vision for the future. Europe's collapse is imminent, and it's happening faster than anyone anticipated. Trump isn't sitting idle. He's already appointed Tulsi Gabbard to lead national intelligence, and Kash Patel is now tasked with tracking down where billions sent to Zelensky actually went. The corruption within the US political system is about to be exposed, and the fallout will be massive. And as for Zelensky, he knows the end is near, and if pushed to the limit, he'll name names. Everyone involved in this global scandal will be held accountable. So, come towards the conclusion. The world as we know it is about to be unrecognizable. Trump's phone call to Putin wasn't just a conversation, it was the beginning of the end for a world order that has existed for decades. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. A new global order is emerging, led by Russia, China, and the US. Stay tuned, because what happens next will shock you even more. Let's get this conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more hard-hitting analysis on global politics, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and never stop questioning.